Hello everyone, and welcome to...
Things really are heating up here ahead of what we've always known will be a crucial game. At stake, a seat at a higher table. This an opportunity to put down a marker, to make a statement of intent. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco van Basten to be the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything he did was pretty much perfect. His positioning, his movement with and without the ball, the ability to receive it.
And he shoots! Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Engages and forces him off the ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And he's heaved it away. Rui Costa, he's found the way through. Can he finish? In he goes again. Goal, Milan! The first significant strike.
The goal scorer.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Daniele Massaro.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of... Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Milan could not have hoped for a better opportunity. This further to improve their cause.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Things are bubbling up
today's
quite
match.
nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Massaro! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. And it's Rui Costa. And here's Van Basten. He's shifted it to the flank. Chance to deliver. Towering header! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Batistuta. Roberto Baggio. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. And here's Batistuta. Lovely. And the shot! It's a goal! AC Milan are all square. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal stat.
He's had a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the keeper beats it away, wriggles his way through. Oh, he's having a go! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Rui Costa. It's Rui Costa! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. And again they hit the front. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Milan with the lead. Massaro! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Zanetti, he has found the way through. Zanetti crosses. Danilo attempts a clearance. Milan have their second corner now. Terrific effort! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Tries to pass it through. That's the keeper's ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Zanetti. He's found a way through. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Rui Costa. And here's Schneider. And he's found a way past. Rabiot. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Milan largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. Back on the way then. Baggio was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking for options, and he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Milan palpably stronger, better, superior. Costa Curta. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending it.
He's having a hit! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Massaro clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
So can they do it again?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Massaro is having the time of his life here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Schneider. Massaro. He's had a shot! And he hits the net. This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Serginho. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Showing good feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Massaro. And it's Rui Costa. And he's quick to snatch it back. Lovely. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And he's got the beating of his man. And there goes the final whistle. Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So Jim...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to...
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, the Belgian boy, De Ketelaere, is worth a mention, Peter. He's got a great mix of creativity, versatility and tenacity. He's got everything a playmaker needs, and of course, his team will no doubt be looking to him to get them going here.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Threads one in. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's had it nicked away. De Ketelaere. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mateus. And Donadoni. And here's Inzaghi. Good ball. Jimenez! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Played into space. And it's Sneijder. Tries to play it through. Ball in towards the middle.
Well played and well cleared.
That is ended up in no man's land. It's Van Basten! Oh, how good is he? He's got himself an absolute peach. And Milan have the lead. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
No, that's been intercepted. Rui Costa can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Sneijder. Donadoni charging for... Donadoni!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Çalhanoğlu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rui Costa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Donadoni. There's some great running on show here, but and it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan come in leading by just the odd goal.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Milan have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we are back underway. Milan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Looking for a runner. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. Rui Costa is the team's great visionary. Driving forward. Massaro. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rui Costa. Now it's Van Basten. Great defending, strong and determined. He's got away. Nesta makes the interception. Can he get on the end of this? Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Inzaghi. It's Inzaghi! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. this could backfire.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Snyder. That's tidy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's intervened well there. And here's Van Basten. Passes short and sharp. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Milan leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. And that's really well manoeuvred. Aimed beyond the defence. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And that will be the final act. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours.
This is the moment you've all
How
been
would you
waiting
sum up
for.
what we've witnessed, Jim?
Time to pick out
Milan
today's
really
lucky
deserve a
number.
lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And all that remains for me is to thank...